One of the goals of ACA 122 is to expose you to all of your options as a student here, whether that be going directly into the workforce, transferring to a university. Want to make sure you're well informed about all of your options. So this module begins that exploration, and we're going to start by talking about programs or courses that are going to lead directly to employment. So let me first mention that Carteret has multiple different departments. You can see those listed over there on the left-hand side. What you can earn at Carteret, the highest credential that you can earn is an associate's degree. So typically for a full-time student, we're talking usually 2 years. It can certainly take longer or shorter, just depending on the student. The next level would be a diploma. If we're talking time-wise, usually a full-time student, we're talking about a year to earn a diploma. Again, depends on the student how long you want to take. And then a certificate is a handful of classes, can be easily earned as little as a semester. And then we also have specialized courses. So those are usually pretty short term. We're talking about a matter of weeks. Typically, those are taken through workforce and continuing education. You can take those courses, earn a credential, and then go directly into the workforce. All of our programs here, all of our degrees, diplomas, and certificate have what we call a degree plan. And that spells out for you exactly what courses you have to take in order to earn that credential. So let's pause here for a minute and go to our website and talk about how you download these degree plans, how to read them, and then that's going to be part of your assignment for this module in ACA. I do want to mention that all of our programs, you can find information by going to programs and courses. You'll see all programs and courses here, which is going to bring you to this page. And then you can find the program that is of interest to you and view that program page. The degree plans are going to be found here. Now, if you notice in our assignment, however, the degree completion plans assignment, I've provided this link that links directly to the program catalog. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. It's a little bit easier, in my opinion, to navigate here in order to download the actual degree plan. So let's say, for example, I'm interested in pursuing business administration, and I want to look at the full degree. And so right here it says Associate in Applied Science. You can see Business Administration also has an accounting certificate. They have a university transfer pathway. They have a management certificate. Feel free to look at those as well. But for the sake of this video, we're going to look at the actual degree. So I'm going to click on it here, and I'm going to click on the degree. This is a degree plan. And so this is going to show you semester by semester what exactly it is that you need to take in order to earn the degree. And so for your assignment this week, you are going to be downloading 2 of these and uploading it for this assignment. So you'll hit download as a PDF and it will save this to your computer. I would always encourage you to reference these when you're planning for your classes. If, for example, let's say Accounting 150, if it says to take it in the spring semester, typically that probably means that class is only offered in the spring semester. So for a student that's planning for your next semester registration, you want to make sure that you're following your degree plan very closely and also working with your advisor. I'm just going to very briefly highlight the workforce programs that we have here at Carteret. However, I'm not going to go in depth because there's just way too many to talk about. If you notice at the top of each degree plan, there is going to be a contact listed. So this is either going to be the lead instructor or the chair of that program. So if you have specific questions, if you want to add on a program or you want to change your program completely and you just want to get more information beforehand, that's the person you're going to want to reach out to and talk to. If you don't know who that person is, maybe it's not listed, just let me know and then I'll put you in contact with them. So let's start with probably the most unique program we have here, and that's aquaculture. So if you're interested in working in fish farming, if you want to work at the aquarium, there are certificates you can earn, a diploma, there's a transfer option, and there's also a work or business degree option as well. You're going to see on some of these slides here, some of our workforce programs have agreements with specific universities for specific majors. Now, I just want to stress that if you're interested, let's say transferring, for example, with aquaculture, all the credits for that program only transfers to those specific universities for that specific degree. If you're interested in general transfer, that's something that we're going to talk about next week in the next module, and those degrees will transfer anywhere for any degree. Basic law enforcement training is another program that we have. It's a certificate program, so if you're interested in being a highway patrol officer. We have criminal justice technology. A lot of students will do both basic law enforcement training and criminal justice. There's a certificate and a degree option there. 911 communications and operations is offered in partnership with Richmond Community College if you want to be a 911 operator. Business administration, one of the most popular programs that we have here. You can see you can earn a degree, or there's 3 certificates you can earn. I do want to mention all of the certificates in these programs. Let's say you take those 6 classes, you earn your accounting certificate, and you're like, I love this. I want to do the business administration program. All of those classes would then count towards the degree. So that's the great thing about these certificates and diplomas, is that if you decide to go further, all those classes would count. All the classes in business administration can be taken online, and they do have some agreements with some universities around the state if you want to end up transferring. Information technology, so if you want to work in the IT field, you can see all the certificates that we offer. It's quite a few. And then we also have different degree options where you can choose a concentration. Baking and pastry arts, we have a wonderful culinary building here on campus. There's 3 different certificates you can earn, and there's also a degree. Culinary arts, again, there's a certificate you can earn and a degree. And we also have hospitality management, so if you're interested in working in like the hotel industry or the restaurant industry. Horticulture technology, for anybody that's interested in horticulture, you can see there's so many certificates that you can earn as little as 1 semester, and all of those will build into the degree program. Medical office administration, so if you're interested in working at the front desk of a medical office, you can earn a certificate for receptionist or a degree. Office management is a little bit more broad. So we're talking, it doesn't necessarily have to be medical office. You can earn an office fundamental certificate, or you can earn a degree. And then paralegal technology, we are one of only 7 schools in North Carolina that offer paralegal technology. Something unique about this program is that the majority of courses are going to be taught in the evening, and they're going to be synchronous online. So you'll do them, for example, via Zoom. Photographic technology, we have certificates and a diploma program for photography. Welding technology, very popular program here. You can see you can earn a basic certificate in as little as 2 semesters, which leads into a diploma, and then you can continue on into a degree. Automotive systems, you can earn a basic automotive system or certificate or a light duty diesel certificate. Both of those will lead into the full degree. And then very unique to Carteret Community College is boat manufacturing services. You can earn a certificate or a diploma in either composite boat manufacturing or marine services. And then you can also earn a marine propulsion systems certificate in as little as 1 semester. I do want to separate out health sciences because it's a little bit different from the programs that I just talked about. Any of the programs I just talked about, if you wanted to change your program, or keep in mind, you're allowed to be enrolled in 2 programs of study at the same time. So even if you just wanted to add on a secondary program, all you have to do is fill out a change in program of study form. Granted, I would encourage you to meet with either the lead instructor or the chair. Now with health sciences, it's a little bit different. The majority of our health sciences programs are what we call competitive admission. So it's not a matter of just filling out a form and then applying to those. I would encourage you, if you're interested in any of our health sciences programs, meet with our health sciences admissions specialist, which is located in the MAP Center, to see what kind of courses that you need to take in order to be competitive when you go to apply, because it is a separate application process. There is an interest form located on all of the health sciences program. If you go to our programs of study page, you can fill that out and let them know that you're interested in applying to a health science program. What are the admissions requirements for health sciences? It varies. This is why, again, I would encourage you to stop by the MAP Center and see if you're even eligible to apply, because it depends on what program it is that you're interested in. Social and human services technology. So if you are interested in counseling or therapy, this might be a great program for you. You can see the certificates that we offer there. We have a lot of university agreements, like if you wanted to go on and earn your bachelor's degree, whether it be in human services, or we even have an agreement where you can earn your bachelor's degree in social work. I would encourage you to check out the Social and Human Services Technology program. You can see here, I'm not going to go over word by word. Each one of these programs has an application period where you apply. They have their own set of prerequisites. And again, it varies by what program that you're interested in. Medical assisting, so if you not necessarily, you want to be the person that does things like blood work or take your weight and your height, you can even do medical billing and coding with this program. You can earn a diploma in medical assisting. You can see the admissions requirements there and also the application period. So if you wanted to be an EMT or a paramedic, we do have emergency medical science here. You can see the class times that are listed there. There is an admissions period where you will apply to the EMT program. You can see also the prerequisites there. Respiratory therapy, these are medical professionals that are interested in helping people breathe while they're in the hospital. Your credential, you become a certified respiratory therapist through this program. There is an admissions period, just like with the other programs. The prerequisites are a little bit longer. You'll see them get a little bit longer as we go throughout this video. Radiography, so if you're interested in taking x-rays, this is a very competitive program that we have here, very popular program that we have here. The admission application period is a little bit shorter than our other programs, and again, you can see over there on the right hand side, the admissions requirements are a little bit longer. Again, any of these programs, if you're interested in, stop by the MAP Center and see if you're eligible or what classes you need to take in order to be competitive. Nursing, also a very popular program. Nursing is the only health sciences program that we have that has 2 admission periods. So you can apply for either the fall term start or spring term start. And you can see there, you do have to be a CNA in order to apply. You have to take the Kaplan exam, and you also have to be CPR certified. We have spa services as well. So this is cosmetology and aesthetics. These are not competitive admissions, so you can just switch into a program of study for either one of these two. So again, you can be a cosmetologist through this program, and you can also be an aesthetician through this program as well. And then finally, I do want to mention workforce and continuing education. So this is talked a lot about in the lesson content for this week. So workforce and continuing education, these are short-term training courses that you can either take just for enjoyment or you can take to lead into a credential. So for example, and again, I can't list them all, but pharmacy tech, if you want to be a dental assistant, if you want to be a surgical tech, if you want to be a vet tech, a lot of students will go through workforce and continuing education to get their CDL license, or if they want to be a Marine captain, if you want to be a substitute teacher. Again, there's no way to be able to list all of them, but I would encourage you to check them out. I've linked them in the lesson content. Usually with these courses, it's just a matter of registering and then paying. There's not a form that you have to fill out to change your program of study. They can start anytime throughout the year. So most of the time with the programs I've listed, they either start in the fall or the spring. These can start anytime. So definitely continue to check them out. Some great courses offered through Workforce and Continuing Education. And then another thing I just want to mention that I listed in the lesson content, of course, we want you to find your program that you're interested in at Carteret. We would love you to, but there's a whole world out there. There's other community colleges that have programs that we don't offer. Maybe it is something where you can take courses here before you transfer to that other community college. So just for example, if you wanted to be a physical therapy assistant, unfortunately that's not a program that we offer here, but our neighboring community college, Craven, does. And so I've linked for you the community college catalog in our lesson content where you can kind of go through and see what's everything out there that you could take. And then let's talk to your advisor on how you can take classes at Carteret before you transfer to that other community college. If you have any questions at all about any of our workforce programs or how you can add on that program of study or switch into it, definitely just let me know.